Hey, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a declutter and shop my stash. You all seem to really like that type of content here, so I'm going to try to film those periodically when I have time. So first I want to show you this drawer. The last declutter and shop my stash I filmed was several months ago, probably like 3 months ago. And then I filmed another one right after that, and then I never finished editing it. So I still have it. And I've been debating for a long time whether I should edit it or not and upload it since it was back in like July. These are the products that I had tossed in my drawer to use for my last Shop My Stash, which again was several months ago. I've gotten some use out of these items, but I've just been like grabbing easy makeup type stuff, like grabbing my Hourglass palettes and stuff that are like holy grails that I know will work for me when I'm going to work, because I'm not really doing my makeup otherwise. So that area of my life has been a little depressing, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not really playing with makeup anymore, and I feel like I need to get back into that. That's kind of what we're doing in this video. I want to pull some new products that I can focus on over the next month or two. I want to declutter some items because there's a lot I'm not using, and it's just time. It's time to go through and get rid of a lot of stuff. I know I say that, and I'm going to catch some criticism because I'm really bad at getting rid of things, but I'm at least going to make a concerted effort. So let's start here. Let's pick out the items that I've used this month, and then I'll let you know what I think about them, and then we'll refill this drawer with items to use for the next month. First and foremost, I have kept this in for 2 rounds of Shop My Stash, and now it's been in this drawer for about 5 months at least. This is the Natasha Denona Bloom palette, and it's a face palette, really beautiful. I still love that I have it, but I haven't gotten much use out of it. Here we go, it starts already. But I'm not getting rid of it. I do love this palette, I just don't use it that often. But it's not going anywhere. I'm gonna keep it. This little Jouer bronzer duo, it's okay. It's just they're not my favorite tones for bronzer. I would say the one on the left, I don't get any use out of. The one on the right, I use occasionally. I love the packaging though. It's kind of luxe. It's metal, you know, it's kind of hardcore. That's not a bad bronzer tone. Do I want to keep this in? I mean, it's been hanging out in this drawer for a long time. No, let's pull it out. I don't want to get rid of it. I will use the right side of that. This Kylie bronzer in Tequila Tan, I used to love. Used a lot of it back in the day, but I haven't in a while, and it's just not my favorite tone of bronzer anymore. It's very orange leaning. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and declutter that. Let's toss it over there for now. I'm thinking that's what's going to happen. This e.l.f. bronzer quad, the only one I use is the one down here in the right corner because it has this like red undertone to it, and I really like that about a bronzer. So I'm really considering depotting this. I don't know if I want to go through all that. I do really like that one though. I just don't use the other 3, so it's kind of pointless to have the whole quad. I know I don't need it, but maybe I will. Maybe I'll depot that, and then, you know, I don't know, okay? I'm a pack rat. This is going to be harder than I thought. The Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush bronzer. First of all, this one's huge. Also not my favorite tone. It's a little orange leaning. I'm so picky about bronzers. I don't hate it though. It's not awful, and I paid a lot of money for it, and I love the bougie packaging, and I'm going to keep it. So that's that. I did get some use out of it. I used it several times over the last few months, which really is not significant, but hey, I used it. The Bare Mineral bronzer in Faux Tan. I've had this for a really long time. I do like the tone. It's a little bit deeper than the other shades that I have, but it's not too orange. It has a little bit of like an olive undertone in there. I just really like it. So that one is going to stick around. The NYX Marshmallow Primer. I don't think this did anything for me. Smells nice, smells like marshmallows, but I don't need that. I'm not going to keep it. I feel like I need to give a little disclaimer about the items that I'm not keeping and I'm decluttering. Some of them are expired, so those will go in the trash, but items like this that aren't that old, I'm going to end up giving to my nieces or my daughter because they wear makeup, so that's where those things are going to go to. This e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter, I'm just not a big fan of it. I don't like it as much as the Hollywood Flawless Filter, and even that one I don't use that much just because I don't use products like that very often. So that one can go. This is the Heaven's Glow Magic Hour Blush from M Cosmetics. First of all, love the component. It's bougie. And I do like the product. It's really pretty, soft, neutral. Definitely going to keep that. And I got use out of it. The Rare Beauty Enlighten Highlighter. This one is just like super metallic, blinding kind of highlight, you know? It's really pretty, but it's almost too, I was going to say light. I don't want a silver stripe on my face, so I have to be extremely light-handed when I use it. I did get use out of it. It is beautiful. not getting rid of it. And I do like the component on that too. My Pore Refiner Primer from Dr. Brandt. I used to love this stuff. Used to use it all the time. I don't use it that much anymore, but I do still like it, and it's not empty. I still have some, so I'm going to keep that. And I did get use out of it. The Infallible Concealer from L'Oreal. You know, this one's probably pretty old, if I'm just being honest, and I'm not the biggest fan of this. It dries out my under eyes, so I think that one's gonna go, finally. The Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Wear Camouflage Concealer. This one reminds me a lot of the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye, and it's okay. I like this on a lighter makeup day, but that's pretty much the only time I wear it. But again, it's okay. I don't hate it. I just don't use it that often. I did get use out of it this last round, so I'm going to keep it. You know what? I didn't use this. The Sisa Clearing BB Cream. I want to get some use out of this. I need to see if I like it. Or did I use this? Maybe I did. Now I'm second guessing myself. I don't remember. So that one is going to stay in this round. The Shiseido Synchroskin Self-Refreshing Tint. This is, as it says, a tint. And I don't wear tints very often. I would rather have either a BB cream or like a lighter cover foundation if I'm going to do something like that at all. Did I use this last round? Now I don't remember. This is not a bad product at all, but I just don't use this type of stuff enough. And again, when I'm using things like this, I typically like something with a little bit more coverage, and this has very, very little coverage because it's just a tint. So I think I'm going to give that to my daughter because I think she'll like that a lot. She doesn't like to do heavy foundations and stuff like that. Oh, look, it's hair everywhere. Oh man, moving on to this product, the Herborian BB Cream. I absolutely love this. This has become a holy grail makeup product for me over the past several months. On days where I'm not working, and even on days where I work, this has enough coverage to it to where I can use this to do like a full face of makeup and it not look weird. You know, like if you're doing a lighter coverage makeup and you have bronzer and blush and the whole nine on, sometimes it can look a little bit weird, like it's too much, but this doesn't make me feel like that. It has enough coverage. It makes your skin look really fresh and, I was going to say dewy. I always set my face so my face doesn't look dewy when I wear it, but without setting, it is dewy and it's really beautiful. It evens out my complexion. I love this. I bought another one. I wanted to buy the full size, but I couldn't find it anywhere. I don't know if it's because it's a popular item, in this tone anyway. And so I bought another little mini like this, and these minis are not cheap. I think they're like $22 for this little bottle. I mean, they're not very big, but it's lasted me a really long time, and I love this. So I'm going to pull it out. I don't need to have it like in rotation because I use it regularly enough anyway, even for work. This is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Beauty Wand. This one's in the shade Champagne Campaign. I don't know if no, I did use it this round. I just don't use liquid highlights enough. To be honest with you, I really don't use powder highlights on a daily basis either because I usually forget because I'm doing my makeup for work and I'm usually in a rush, and then that's the last step, and it's not, in my opinion, an absolutely necessary step, so it gets, forgotten. But all that to say, I don't think, do I want to keep this? I'm trying to be a little bit more realistic with the products that I use. I do my makeup the most when I'm going to work. So I want to have the most makeup that will accommodate my work routine. You know what I mean? I want to have stuff I can play with too, but I don't film enough to where I need to have a whole extra set of products for that. And that's a lot of what I did when I first started. I bought a lot of products because I wanted to use it to film with it. And now that I'm not really doing that much, I'm trying to be a little bit more selective in what I keep. I'm sure I want to have some stuff that I can just play with and have fun, but I don't need a whole extra, I don't know, collection, I guess, of stuff that I'm just using to film with. And I think that's a little bit more helpful for you all as well, because a lot of you watching are not creators here on YouTube. You're using it in your everyday makeup wear. So I don't need to have a bunch of products that I'm only going to film with because you all aren't filming with them. You're using them to wear during the day. So I feel like this is a little more relatable, using products that I'm going to use in my everyday makeup routine. But again, I'm going to keep some stuff to have just for fun because I do play with my makeup just for fun as well. Moving on, that was a long drawn out explanation of whether or not I wanted to keep this product. But I'm going to say, I mean, it's really pretty. Like, I just swatched it, and that's my downfall right there. I had to go swatching it. Don't mind my pajama pants, okay? I'm off today. I'm relaxing in my jammies. It's pretty. Let's keep it. I'm gonna move on. The One Size Turn Up the Base BB Cream. BBB Cream. Beauty Blur Balm. Okay, I didn't see that at first. Mine is in the shade Fair 3, and I think it's a little bit yeller, you know? I mean, it's not exactly my skin tone. This one does have some coverage to it. It's not a favorite product of mine. It's pretty thick. So I think I'm going to go ahead and let that go as well. I'm not going to use it. These are from SheGlam. They're contour/bronzer shades. I have Soft Tan and Golden Sun. So that's Soft Tan on the left, and then... No, I'm sorry. Golden Sun's on the left, Soft Tan's on the right. Soft Tan is a little bit too gray leaning. Like, I do like a contour that is a little more neutral. I was going to say a little gray, not gray. You know what I'm trying to say. I don't want it to look muddy, and that looks muddy. So I'm actually going to go ahead and declutter the Soft Tan. I just don't think... I don't like that tone, and I haven't used it but maybe once or twice because of that. Golden Sun is a little bit too on the orange side, right? But I'm not 100% sure if I've used it on the face. Did I? It's just not a favorite tone for me, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of both of those. Doing okay? I mean, look at that. Y'all should be proud, okay? I'm doing all right. What's hanging out back here? The Bare Minerals. This is like the Bare Minerals foundation. I've had this for quite a while, and I don't think I've ever used it. And I really wanted to try, though. I wanted to try to utilize this on its own just to see if I liked it, but I just haven't. And I don't know if I'm going to. I'm a little hesitant to get rid of it because I still want to try. So I just put some on my hand and like sheared it out. First of all, it's probably too light because you can't really tell on... Yeah, you can. Look how... Well, first of all, my hands are red. Don't mind that. But it's a little bit not the right tone. Yeah, you can really see there. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I think I'm going to let it go. I really don't feel like I'm going to get any use out of that, and I'm tired of hanging on to it, so let's get rid of it. I had purchased it at TJ Maxx, I don't even know, last year sometime, so I bought it on a discount anyway. Makes me feel a little bit better about getting rid of it. I need to wipe this off my hand. Moving along, I had pulled this Born This Way foundation sample from Too Faced. I don't know. You know, I think I'm... I have a whole drawer full of samples. I'm not really sure why I keep a lot of this stuff, because a lot of this stuff I've already tried, whether in a full size or in a sample or whatever. But again, I'm a pack rat, and I hate getting rid of things, so... I don't know, maybe if I have a friend that wants something, or... maybe if my nieces or daughter or somebody wants to try some stuff. Maybe one day I'll do a full face with samples. Maybe not. But for right now, we're going to move along to the Huda Beauty Luminous Pressed Powder. That's what it is. She's luminous. Very glowy. And not a powder that I can wear on a daily basis at all, because it looks like I've got highlighter all over my face. It's kind of hard to see just how glowy it is there, but she's a glowy mug. I'm not sure how to use this powder. If you have any recommendations for me, let me know. Because otherwise it's just chilling. And I'm not at the point where I want to get rid of it yet. So I'm going to pull it back out for now just because I'm sick of seeing it sitting in this drawer not getting used. But let me know if you use it. Ma'am, can I help you? Can I help you? Luna. Luna. You're not supposed to be... Thank you. The number 7, I think it's called Lift and Illuminate. Yes, this is an amazing powder. This is drugstore. And this kind of reminds me of the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Powder, but I think there's a little bit more sheen to this, but it is a beautiful setting powder. You can't really see much there, but take my word for it. This is fantastic. I did get use out of it. It's coming back out. Well, this side pretty much stays the same. I don't really pull from here. I've got so much randomness going on in here. You're going to have to forgive me. It's kind of a mess. I did pull the stuff in here, though, so maybe let's, or some of it anyway, let's go back through here. I have the P. Louise Black Base. What is this called? Batty Black Base. Okay. I do love the original P. Louise base because it is fantastic for, like, creative eye looks. the shadows really stick to it and blend well over it. I haven't tried this one. I bought the black one because I have so many special shadows, like indie shadows, the shifty ones and the duochromes and multichromes and whatnot, and those look really beautiful over top of a black base. So do the sparkly shades. I just haven't done it yet because I haven't really been playing with makeup. I think I'm going to leave that in here. I had also pulled the Danessa Myricks. I think they're called Chrome Flakes. This one's in Starburst. So pretty. Like, I love a multi-dimensional eyeshadow. Very jelly-like, not jelly, liquidy. I would say liquidy. Not my favorite formula. I feel like I used it once just playing around with it. I didn't actually wear it anywhere. I need to open this and see if it's dried out now. And then I have the Carla Cosmetics Opal Moonstone Multichrome in Crybaby. These are so pretty. They're just powdered shadows, so they're in a little pot, and they're loose shadows, which are not my absolute favorite, but I do love Carla Cosmetics because they're shifty and they're pretty. And I'm a sucker for shifty, pretty things. So I do like this. I can't remember if I used it, though. I have a little drawer up here that's got those types of shadows in it. And I think I'm just going to put it right back in. I wanted to make an effort to use stuff like this because I have a lot that, you know, that doesn't get used. But I kind of like just having them, to be honest, that if I want to use it, it's there. So that one's going back. Let's take a look at the Danessa Myricks one. Newsflash. I'm not really sure what happened here, but this was full, and I have not used this. Like, I think the last time I used it, I just poked my finger in it and swatched it. I didn't actually wear it anywhere. And this is what it has dried up to. Are you freaking kidding me? What? These things are expensive, too. I feel like they're $20 or $30 a piece. I'm like flabbergasted. What the hell? I don't even know how that happened. It totally dried up. Is that normal? Like that? Like, this mug was full. Wow. Okay, so I would say if you're going to buy these, just be aware that that happens. That is insane. I don't think you can get these colors anymore. I just looked on the Sephora website and these colors are not available, but they still have this product. I would beware. Like, I know I've had them for a little bit, so I'm sure they do dry out eventually, but that dried up to literally nothing. This is the second one that I bought. I bought them at the same time. What is this one like? See, that one's still got some... I don't understand that. That's so weird. Okay, well, I'm glad I looked at it. I don't know whether I should try to do anything with that or not. That's, like, it's really pretty. But what in the world would I even do with that? That's going to go in the trash. Okie dokie then. So I was able to get a swatch out. I just drug my finger in there, and that is so pretty. But I'm pretty sure I have indie singles that look exactly like that, if not pretty freaking close. Like, that is really beautiful, but it's all dry. I really had to scrape, and it was pretty sticky, and I don't think I want to fool with that anymore. I think that just needs to go. But goodness, that was pretty. This one I'm going to make sure stays covered pretty well because it's still, the formula is still okay. All right, the other products that are in this section are, well, for one, I've got Beauty Blender Cleanser. That's going to stay there. But these items here are also from SheGlam, like the contours that I pulled, or bronzers, whatever. These are liquid blushes. I don't really use them that often. I don't use liquid blush that often. I would much prefer like a cream blush or even a powder blush. So I don't dislike these. I just don't use them that much. But I'm not going to get rid of them yet. I mean, I just bought them probably like 4 or 5 months ago, maybe. And I haven't gotten enough use out of them. I think I stuck those in here because I didn't have room in my blush drawer because my blush drawer is overflowing. So those are going to stay there for now. This section's been emptied. Let's recap. These are the items that are going to go back in my collection. And these are the items that I'm decluttering. Not bad. I feel like I did pretty productive this time around. Now we need to get into the actual Shop My Stash portion. Starting off with my primer drawer. I feel like the other day I wore no primer and everything wore just fine. So has it been a sham this whole time? Do I not need this? I'm going to wear it without a primer more often and see what I think. But I have relied on this heavily for several years now because I've got really oily skin and I feel like it keeps the oils away. But I'm telling you, I wore it without it the other day. I wore a full face and it did not slide off and I was good. So I'm kind of wondering if it's just all in my head. We need to find that out though. I need to find out soon. In terms of picking something for the Shop My Stash, I have really gotten rid of a lot in terms of primers. My primers used to be outrageous. I feel like I'm doing a lot better now. Not usually. I always wanted to try this and never did because I heard a lot of people talk about it at one point. The Good Molecules Priming Moisturizer. So let's pull that. I would like to at least use that sample. What else do I want to use? Tone Up Primer, Essential Glow. Okay, let's pull you. I feel like I pulled that not long ago. I love the Milk Hydro Grip. I don't use it enough. Oh, I forgot I had this sample too. You know what? I'm going to pull that as well. Let's use those. Oh boy. This is a section that needs some serious decluttering. Do I have any concealers that need to go? I mean, I'm sure I do. Some of these are very old, like this one. So something I ran out of recently and haven't repurchased is my Becca Under Eye Corrector. This one is in medium to deep, which I need the fair to light. And I can't bring myself to buy it because it's like 30 bucks. And I'm being a little frugal right now with what I spend money on. So I really miss it, and I'm highly considering purchasing it again because I do really love this product. This one works okay if I use a really light concealer on top, but it's just not my favorite. In terms of tone, I really need the light one. I only bought that because they ran out of the light when I was buying them. So anyway, just a side note, I feel like I need to repurchase. I'm going to take this out. I mean, first of all, it's way too light for my skin tone. And I'm just not going to use it. So, decluttered. The Chantecaille, what is this called? Future Skin. It's like a gel foundation, a little bit orangey, and I don't ever use this. I'm really kicking myself for buying it because this is a very expensive product. Very expensive. I just realized it's plastic. This should absolutely be glass as much as you pay for this. I have mine in alabaster. It's just not a favorite tone, and it doesn't have very much coverage to it. It's a gel product. I don't know what to do with this, guys. I don't know if I want to keep it and keep trying it or just get rid of it. Okay, well, you know what? I just took the time to apply this to half of my face because I wanted to find out once and for all, do I want to keep this or does this need to go? And I don't know what this does, but it made my skin look... How do I put this? I have a lot of imperfections on my face, a lot of sunspots, acne, wrinkles, you name it, okay? Obviously, this isn't going to cover up wrinkles, but on the side where I didn't put it, all of that stuff is obviously there, it's pronounced. But on the other side, it just evens things out just enough because there's not that much coverage to it. I don't know what this does, but I really liked it, so guess what? That's staying. Wow, now I'm wishing I would have used it before. And it's a gel foundation, so it dries down. That is so weird. What a neat product. Okay, that's cool. Let's keep moving. You know what? I'm glad that I did that and I didn't just get rid of it because that is actually really impressive. Let's move on to these concealers that are giving me anxiety just looking at all of them. I feel like this can go. I don't use it and probably not going to use it. I feel like it's a little drying. I feel like I want to keep this for like a light makeup type of day, like today. Wow, so I just put this on the side of my face that has the Chantecaille, and it's got a little bit of coverage, but it's just enough to where it looks nice when you have like minimal makeup on. So, am I in my minimal makeup era? I don't know about that, but on days where I'm not wearing a lot, I do want to have some options, and I'm glad that I just did that because I've tried this with full coverage and I didn't like it because it's not full coverage and it doesn't look right. But it did look good with that, so okie dokie then. I'm not really sure what else I want to do in here. I feel like I need to play around a little bit more with some of these products because I get so stuck in using certain ones and doing a certain look, and then I miss out on a lot. I don't know that I want to get rid of anymore, but I do need to pull some for this Shop My Stash, so... I think I want to pull the Bye Bye Dark Spots from IT Cosmetics just for my lighter makeup days. I want to try to give that another try before I declutter it. That's the Bare Minerals concealer. Let's do one more. Some of these just really need to go, and I'm being a pack rat again. I know, shocker. Let's pull this one from Lancome. This is the Mackie Complete, or however the hell you say it. Okay, that's all I'm pulling. Let's move it along to the powder drawer. So here lately, the only powder I've been using is the Huda Beauty in Sugar Cookie because it is the best for my everyday makeup wear. It sets like a beast, and because it's translucent, it doesn't add any coverage. It doesn't add any tint or anything like that, because I also have this one in Cupcake, but it's got this like orangey tone to it, so it adds an orangey tone to my face. Let's pull the Pretty Vulgar setting powder. I've had this for a long time. I got this in a BoxyCharm. Oh my goodness. Probably 3 years ago. Man, that jar has lasted me forever. Let's pull one more, just, you know, for shits and giggles. I use the Hourglass powder if I put too much makeup on and I want to tone it down, so gotten use out of that. I guess let's pull Peach Perfect. I haven't used that in a while. And this is a new one I bought, so there we go. 2 powders. My bronzer and contour drawer. Like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, or if I cut it out, I've been using my Hourglass palettes a lot just for ease of use, especially when I'm traveling, when I'm going to visit my boyfriend. I usually just take one of these instead of taking a whole like set of products, because it's got highlighter, it's got bronzer, and it's got blush. It's really easy, you know. So I've been using these a lot for those reasons. But also during, you know, my morning routine for work, it's just easy. Thought about buying their new collection, but they're just pricey, so I'm trying to be smart, you know. I've got plenty of products here. What do I pull for this Shop My Stash? Definitely not going to pull those since I've been using them a lot. I've got so many face palettes too that I just don't use. What's back there? Oh, I forgot about that. Charlotte. This is another thing. It's just easy. I need to get some use out of that too. But I feel like I had this in my Shop My Stash before. Did I? Either way, I'm going to pull it because I'll remember to use it if I pull it. So let's do that. You know, I really love this bronzer. I've had it in my Shop My Stash numerous times, but I love it. So the Lumi Bronze It Bronzer from L'Oreal. I love this bronzer. So I'm gonna pull it because I haven't used it in a while. Okay, so we have those two. What else do I want to pull? I've got 2 powders, so let's pull something different here. I'm going to pull out this Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Stick in the shade Fawn, I believe. Yes, this is an OG product. I don't even know if it's still good. That's not too terrible. Let's do that. God, there's a lot going on in this drawer, I tell ya. We need to do another updated bronzer collection video. What do you guys think? Should we do that? Because I'm not really sure what's going on back here, but it's a lot. I forgot about that Milani bronzer. Let's pull that too, even though it's a powder. I haven't used the Glowish bronzer in a while, and I want to. It feels a little dried out, so if it is, I can go ahead and get rid of it. But let's pull that. And this is the most chaotic drawer of all. My blushes. Good God. I can't even get to all of them. There's a whole extra row back there. It's just a lot. I filmed a blush collection video not long ago. I just haven't edited it because it was long. Because I have a lot of blushes. I think I have like almost 100 blushes. It's ridiculous. Maybe even more than that, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. I'm going to pull the Rare Beauty blush because I think it's beautiful. Wait a minute. Didn't I have 2 of these? No, maybe I didn't. Maybe that's the only one. I think it's beautiful. That's like a terracotta shade. Let's pull. I'm going to get rid of this while I'm in here. This is in Berry Radiant, and it's just not... It's like a metallic blush, and I'm just not feeling that, so I'm going to get rid of it. Same thing with this one. I'm going to get rid of that. That one is in Candlelit. I haven't been using my Glow Play blushes very much from MAC, and they used to be favorites of mine. So maybe I'll pull a couple of these. I do really like So Natural. What else do I want to pull? So I've got a Glow Play blush and a Rare Beauty blush. I was looking at this one. This one's really bright red. I've only used it like once. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Dream, I think it's called Dream Pop Matte Beauty Blush Wand. I'm going to pull that because I've only used it the one time. I don't really use real bright blushes like when I'm going to work sometimes, okay? Let me not lie to you. But Usually it's more neutral. I really do cycle through these a lot though, because I mean, I can wear a different blush every day of the week and it's not like it would matter. So a lot of these already get decent use out of them. I'm going to pull Seychelles. This is the Wanderlust blush from Buxom. I love those. But those are pretty similar. They're both kind of neutrally. I think I have plenty of blushes now that I'm looking. I mean, we got 4 sitting there, so I want more of like a pink toned. Listen to me. Let's pull a pink toned blush and get the hell out of here. How about that? Anyway, I got one of every type of shade, you know? Well, that one's pink toned. This one's from Ciate London, just a little mini. Let's pull that. Reaching into my highlighters. Let's see. What jumps out at me right away? The first thing I thought about was this one. This is the Becca Moonstone highlighter, and I've always liked this one because it's not really loud. Like, it's shiny, but it's also something that is very, you know, like it's not crazy loud, so I can wear that to work and it's not aggressive. So let's pull that one. Not that it matters. I mean, I'll wear an aggressive highlighter to work. I really don't care, but I try to be at least a little conscious about that. I think I'm going to get rid of this one. I'm not really a huge fan of these. The Champagne Campaign was okay. This one's called Rose Quartz, and I just feel like with the tone of it, it's not that it's too deep, but it's just not a favorite for me, and there's no sense in me keeping it, so I'm pulling it. Look at me making decisions. Something else that I never really got any use out of. I had bought these probably like 6 months ago, and they're beautiful. Let's take a look at them real quick. They're cream highlights. And I would say that if you're somebody that wears minimal makeup, you gotta see them though, they're so pretty. Maybe I shouldn't say minimal makeup because they're pretty loud. I mean, look at the yellow one. They're really pretty. 27 Rogers is the brand, the Miss Fame highlighters, but they're cream. I mean, I've had them for quite a while and the formula still feels nice, but I would say that it's for a very specific kind of makeup look. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe I need to force myself. Like, this is something I would do a fun look with, not necessarily something for work, because it's got that pink flip to it. I mean, you could see it on the left side there. This, I guess that one too. I mean, it's pretty loud. I did put a lot on, though. I wasn't expecting it to be so dramatic. They're really pretty, though. What do I want to do with that? Oh, I mean, I could probably put this all over the lid. Let's pull them and see if I get any use out of them. I don't know. I think they're pretty. I just haven't really gotten any sort of use. Okay, what else? You know what? That is a really beautiful highlighter, too, and I haven't used that. I forgot about it. I haven't used it in a little bit. This is the Pat McGrath Labs Skin Fetish Sublime Skin Highlighter in Venusian Nude. I know I pulled this at one point and used it a little bit, but I haven't used it since then, and it is really pretty. It's really nice when you use like a nude, like a pinky nude blush. So let's pull that one, and I'm going to probably pull at least one more. I haven't really been buying makeup lately. The only thing that I've purchased is like staple repurchases. And even then I've been selective because I'm trying to use what I have. I don't think anybody needs the amount of makeup that I have. And when you have the amount of makeup that I have, you can use it and not be buying a bunch more stuff. It'd be just fine. So that's been the thought process there. So I'm trying to get use out of my collection. And I've been doing a good job with that. I really have. What haven't I pulled in a long time? I have not pulled Dior in a long time, so let's pull that. Let's stop right there. The next drawer down is going to be our face palettes. I love the glow kit that I bought. Bought this from TJ Maxx several months back, and I love this one specifically because it's got that duochrome quality to it, and it looks so beautiful on the cheeks. But all 4 of these shades work well for my skin tone, so I love this, and I do get a lot of use out of it, so I'm not pulling that. Good old Jackie down there. I've pulled that several times recently. Do I want to pull anything? I feel like I pulled one of these. Did I pull that one? Or this one? I'm going to pull the pink one, I think. Yeah, let's do it. That way I have a range of blushes too. And that's all I'm going to pull from this, I think. Let's shut her up. Sample drawer. We're going to skip on that today. I'm not dealing with it. I haven't purchased any mascaras in a long time, except for my Maneater. I purchased this, a repurchase, because I love this mascara. So that's basically what I use on a daily basis between that and the Act Natural from ColourPop. They're both phenomenal mascaras. Oh, I did pick up the what is it called? Lash and Roll from e.l.f. It's okay, but it's not. This is supposed to be, I guess, like a dupe of the Benefit Roller Lash. It's just not. The formula's totally different, so it just doesn't do the same thing. Now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, I don't remember. Let's pull that. I feel like it wasn't my favorite, so if it's not, I'm probably just going to get rid of it. Well, I pulled the wand out of this, and the formula feels very, like, new, but I feel like I've had this for a long time. I used to love this years ago, and I haven't used it in a long time, so I think I'm going to pull that too. And we're going to back away from the mascaras. I just realized I never pulled foundations, so let's do that quickly. I've been using a cocktail of the Estee Lauder and my NARS, and what else? My Lancome. I've even been throwing the House Labs in there. What do I want to choose for the Shop My Stash, though? I feel like I really need to declutter through these because there's a lot in here that I'm just not a major fan of. First and foremost, this one from KVD. Yeah, that one can take a hike. That is not, it ain't it, sis. So that's going to go bye-byes. I think I want to try to give this some more use, so let's pull this one from Dior. I haven't used this in a long time. This is the Physicians Formula Healthy Glow, and I feel like this is very old. Let me see if it's got an expiration date on it. This is a fantastic foundation. I mean, this is a luxe-ass bottle for drugstore. Like, look at that. You know? It is expired, but I want to get one more use out of it because it is beautiful, and if I like it when I use it again, I'll probably buy a new one because, you know, I have problems. So let's do that. Ooh, this is another one I've had for a long time. The Flawless Fusion Ultra Long Wear. I don't really remember being like a huge fan of this, and I haven't used it in a while, so I'm going to pull that. Ooh. Does that need to go? Do you need to go somewhere? I used to love this stuff. I just bought a new one, though. No, this is the old one. That needs to go. That is old as sin. This is new. I just bought that, and I've been using a lot of it. The Il Makiage I don't ever use because it's not the right tone. But you know what? I could add some blue to it and make it the right tone, so let's pull that. I need to at least try. If you guys have foundations that are not the right tone for you, I highly recommend. LA Girl has come out, and I've talked about these numerous times. LA Girl has these mixing pigments, and I even saw one of my subscribers mention using this. These are phenomenal for making your foundation match your skin tone. They've got blue, orange, yellow, and white. So you can alter the tone of your foundation to be more closer to your undertone. So speaking of this corrector, I have to tell this little story because it's so cute. So I recently started seeing somebody over the summer, and he has seen me do my makeup multiple times. He'll sit and talk to me while I'm doing my makeup, so he knows my entire routine. And a month ago, something like that, he knew that I ran out of this, and I was making a big deal out of it because I use it all the time. And I told him I needed to get some, so he actually took it upon himself to stop into Ulta and explain to the lady what I needed, and found this for me. So that's how you know you got a real one, ladies, when your man's willing to go to Ulta and buy what you need for your face. Anyway, I thought it was adorable and very thoughtful. I want to pull one more foundation. What have I not used in a really long time? You know what? I think I'm also going to get rid of this because this one's very old as well, and it's almost gone. That one needs to go. We need to weed through some of this stuff. Oh, I love my NARS. That's not going anywhere. That looks a little sketchy. It just separates when it sits for a while. Oh, you know what can go? This CYO foundation. Never was a fan. Don't need to keep it. Don't know why I kept it. That can go. What about you? The Shiseido Synchro Skin. First of all, the dust is real. I'm going to get rid of it. It was okay, but it wasn't something that I used a whole lot out of, and I've had it for several years, so bye. Oh, I love the Pretty Fresh foundation, too. Do I want to pull that? Let's do that as well. Pretty fresh. Come on down here. Let's grab you. There it is. There's two of them. Different tones, of course, since I don't know what my skin tone is. But we'll figure it out together. Okay, so that is the pile of goodness that I'm pulling. You know, I was pulling eyeshadow palettes there for the longest time, but I never get a chance to do my eyeshadow before work, and that's when I'm doing my makeup. So I'm debating whether I should... Ew. I just realized that had something all over it. That's not good. Hopefully it doesn't stain my vanity. Anyway, debating whether I should even bother to pull eyeshadow palettes. Because I recently picked this up and I've used it like twice, I'm going to pull the I Need a Nude from Natasha Denona. And when my Xenon palette gets in, I'll pull that. We are about to go into Halloween season. My birthday is week after next. How exciting. I'll be 40. Don't really like admitting that out loud, but it's fine. And then I also usually pull some special shades, but I think I'm going to reserve that for now. Oh, I forgot to tell you all. I also used, over the last month, these two from ColourPop. I used them as a one and done type of deal, all over the lid. This one is 3rd Street, and this one is Mighty Morphin, and they are so beautiful. Let me swatch them real quick. So we got Mighty Morphin on the left and 3rd Street on the right, and you really can't see like the full beauty of these like this, but on the lid, they're beautiful. So yeah, I use those just as an easy one and done type of thing when I went to visit my boyfriend several weeks back. All over the lid. There you go. Simple, you know? I like these for that purpose. Can't go wrong. ColourPop Super Shock. They're very affordable, and some of them are very beautiful. They just dry out really quickly, so I would say be careful. Use them. If you're gonna use them, use them. You know what I mean? I think that's gonna wrap up this Shop My Stash. So thank you all so much for watching. Maybe in the future I'll do an eye look or something. We'll switch it up a little bit because I haven't done that for you all in a while, and I love doing that. So maybe I will. I don't know. I don't want to make any promises. I've been a little busy lately, so I just wanted to at least get something out there for you all, just because it's been so long, and I needed to go through and get rid of some stuff, so I did. I got rid of some things. Thanks again for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. It helps me know that you like this type of content. It pushes it out there more for other people to see, which is helpful for me, here on the YouTube algorithm, so thank you in advance for those of you that do that. Hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. Stick around. We'd love to have you. And I'll catch you all in the next video. Bye.